This of course is not your ordinary ketchup. Beautiful balance of spice and flavors that go perfectly with a cast iron seared burger. A handful of ingredients, fresh tomatoes, and of course, fresh habaneros. So the very first thing we need to do is prep these tomatoes. Rinse them under cold running water, and I'm using a tomato shark to remove that core. I love this handy kitchen tool. It is an absolute lifesaver when you have to core a bunch of tomatoes. Now these tomatoes are actually going to get blanched in boiling water for about 30 seconds. We need to get them ready for that first by scoring the other side with a paring knife in an X shape. That's going to make it easy to remove the skin after it gets blanched. So tall stock pot full of water, bring that up to a boil. Meanwhile, we're going to cut half of a yellow sweet onion into medium dice. Go ahead and put it in a bowl and set it aside. Now we're going to prep some garlic, 3 cloves, give it a smash and give the garlic a rough chop. You don't need to go too terribly small with the garlic as we're gonna blend this ketchup all the way up, so not a huge deal. Now that that water in the stock pot has come up to a boil, very carefully drop those tomatoes into the water. As I mentioned earlier, these tomatoes are gonna get blanched in this boiling water for about 30 seconds. You'll know when the tomatoes are ready to be pulled because the skin's gonna wrinkle up and you're gonna be able to peel the skin off with your fingers very easily. Once the skin does start to wrinkle up, pull the tomatoes out of that water, and now we're going to put them in a colander and rinse them under cold running water. That's going to help stop the cooking process. Now that the tomatoes are cool to the touch, go ahead and put them on a cutting board, and using your fingers, you're going to be able to peel that skin off of the tomatoes rather easy. I just use a pinching motion with my fingers to remove the skin. Now I'm going to use my knife and cut the tomatoes into somewhat uniform cuts. I mean, I want to have them about the same size. That way I know that they're all going to cook in the same amount of time. You're definitely going to be able to taste the difference in making this homemade ketchup all from scratch. In a tall stock pot over medium-low heat, 1 tablespoon of oil, the diced yellow onion, the minced garlic, little pinch of salt. The salt's gonna help pull fantastic flavor out of the onion and the garlic. Tomatoes go into the stock pot as well as the tomato juices on the cutting board. Next to go in is the habaneros, another pinch of salt, 1 tablespoon of oil, 2 teaspoons dried oregano, teaspoon each turmeric cumin, half teaspoon cinnamon, 1 teaspoon coriander, half a cup white wine vinegar, 3 tablespoons granulated sugar. Give all those ingredients a thorough mix up, and we're still working on medium-low heat. We're gonna bring these ingredients up to a gentle simmer. Cannot forget 5 turns of freshly cracked black pepper. Now that this has come up to a simmer, we just want to keep an eye on it, and I stir it every once in a while. I'd say about every minute or so. The habaneros are going to be nice and soft when we're ready to blend, and the tomatoes are going to be fully broken down. This is a lot like just making stewed tomatoes. This process is very similar. I'm using my Immersion blender to puree the sauce. If you have a high-powered blender, that would work even better, but just be careful if you are using a high-powered blender because this stuff is very hot. Keep blending it up until the sauce is nice and smooth. Of course, I really like a smooth ketchup, so I'm gonna strain the sauce out through a fine mesh strainer, and of course I have a mixing bowl to catch the ketchup underneath. Using a small ladle, I'm gonna lightly force the puree through the fine mesh strainer, and the pulp is what is left behind. That pulp could actually be used in various ways as a marinade, or you could dry it out in a low temperature oven, grind it up, mix it with a little bit of salt, and you have a beautiful seasoned salt. You could probably see that this ketchup is pretty thin on the consistency, so I'm gonna add it to the stock pot and put it over medium heat, bring it up to a simmer, reduce the heat to a medium low, and let that simmer for about 20 to 30 minutes, stirring very occasionally. I found that the perfect consistency is to reduce the volume in half. It's very important to taste the ketchup and adjust the seasoning as necessary. A little bit more salt, a little bit more black pepper, of course, if you choose to do so. Pour it into a mason jar and allow it to cool. Now we are going to hop on and make that beautiful burger. I really like using this 100% grass-fed ground beef, 90% lean, 10% fat. I'm using 1 pound of ground meat here. Divide the meat in half, forming 2 8-ounce burger patties. Of course, I want to season very liberally, kosher salt, and freshly cracked black pepper on both sides prior to throwing this in a cast iron skillet, which is going to be warmed up on medium-high heat just until it starts to smoke. Once it is smoking, add 2 tablespoons of oil. I'm using a canola olive oil blend, and drop 1 burger patty in at a time. Of course, you want to season both sides, salt and black pepper, freshly cracked. For a burger that's about half a minute thick, I'm going to pan sear this for about 1 minute per side, and that's going to give me a nice medium temperature. When I'm pan searing a burger in a cast iron skillet, I do like to offset the burger patty when I place it in the pan. That way when I go to flip the burger over, I'm flipping it over into a hotter part of the pan. That way I'm going to get a beautiful caramelized crust, just as you're looking at right there. Delicious. When it is about medium temperature, I place sliced medium cheddar onto the top of the burger, but you could use American, you could use Swiss, you could use Monterey Jack, whatever you like. One cool trick to quickly melt the cheese. A little splash of water goes into the pan and quickly cover it with a lid, and that's gonna steam the burger, melting the cheese. I love melting cheese on a burger this way because it really encapsulates the entire burger with melted cheese. And repeat the process with the other burger patty, but I'm just gonna show you how to toast the buns really quickly. So I'm using a rag and wiping the cast iron clean. I reduce the temperature to medium and I'm throwing in 2 tablespoons of butter that's unsalted, fully melting the butter before I add in the burger buns. These are just standard potato buns. These are my favorite. I mean, these are just store-bought ones, but if you want to make your own, go ahead and make your own, whatever fits your style. About 30 seconds or so, flip the buns over. You can see that they're nice and caramelized on that side, so another 30 seconds on the other side and you're ready to plate up this burger. I love how this burger tastes with our homemade habanero ketchup. It has a nice sweetness to it. It has a nice hit of spice to it. Throw it on the burger, on the bun, throw down some ketchup, put some ketchup on the top part of the bun, romaine lettuce goes down, and some homemade pickled shallots, which I did a video on this pickled shallot. Make sure you click that recipe card that you're seeing on the right hand of the screen and it'll direct you right to that video. Delicious burger, delicious spicy habanero ketchup. You are going to love this burger. Enjoy.